So here is the grid for the senior Rotax second chance heat here at the Pro Kart circuit, Pro Kart Raceland circuit in Wackersdorf. It's Jan Schmidt from Austria who lead them on from pole position, with the Netherlands' Luc Niesen alongside on the front row. Row 2, it's Denmark's Mathias Kroner in the 825, with Scott Westhovens representing the Netherlands in the 353. That's row 2. Row 3, from the Czech Republic, it's Matej Richter in the 834, with Austria's Sem Argun in the 831 alongside. That's row 3. Row 4, Nico Handke from Germany in the 826, and Mete Argun from Austria in the 829. That's row 4. Completing the top 10, it's Hungary's Arno Dominko in the 832, and in the 830 representing Israel, it's Yarin Schulz. Hamad Schoman from the Czech Republic in the 833, the 345 of Devian Roos from the Netherlands, and Luke will be rounding out the 12-strong grid as they head onto their formation lap. So 1,222 metres of tarmac, 14 turns, 8 to the right, 6 to the left, and the track width is anywhere between 9 to 12 metres. So the drivers will now get themselves primed and ready for their, what could be their opportunity to get into the two finals later on. The first one will be the first of two Junior Rotax finals at 11 local time this morning. So the drivers now, concertina up. Into the tram lines we go. Revs rise for the first time on finals day. The lights are out, we're off and racing. Good start by Jan Schmidt, but Luc Niesen trying to peel it round to the outside, and it's very, very close going through that turn 3 right-hand sweeper as they brake hard into the zone for turn 4. Everyone's squabbling for real estate and also for traction coming out of that hairpin. This is a bit sideways from the leader as they go through turn number 6. Drivers using the curbing just to help slow the karts down as they go through turns 8 and 9. So at the moment it is the 825 Mathias Kroner from Denmark that leads the way as they hurtle their way into the braking zone for turn number 11. Some using some unique racing lines, let's say, as Luc Niesen is in third place at the moment. Matej Richter looks to have gotten up into second position as we head our way round the final 2 corners. There's been a little bit of a touch in the battle for 5th position, and the driver behind went slightly wide as they come across line. Kroner leads by 0.364 of a second, and right behind him is Matej Richter, Luc Niesen, Mete Argun, Nico Handke completing the top 5 ahead of Arno Dominko from Hungary. Sem Argun, and it was Jan Schmidt that looks to have been compromised with that little touch in the battle for 5th position as they head down into turn 5 and turn 6 for the second lap of racing. Top 6 at the moment. Kroner, Richter, Niesen, then it's Argun, Handke and Dominko. So the field starting to spread out a little bit, but Richter trying to get on level pegging terms with Mathias Kroner for the race lead as they go through turn 11, both taking the same racing line, so sweeping a bit wide, so allowing them to steer the kart straight. And Richter up the inside. Switchback now happens as Kroner gets the jump and the momentum coming out of turn number 11 into the final 2 corners. You can see that they are having to counteract the understeer in these wet weather conditions. The gap was just over 3.5 tenths. It's now a 1.5 into turns 1, 2, now into the right-hander at 3. Kroner sweeping a little bit wider than Richter. Niesen in third. As Handke looks to have gotten up past Mete Argun into 4th place. And the gap between 6th and 7th at the moment is just under 0.6 of a second. But Richter still holding station in second position, trying to look for an opportunity. And again, the battle really raging on. Richter trying everything he can in his power to get past Matthias Krohn for the race lead. Luke Neeson and also Nico Handke rounding out the top four. They're getting a bit closer at the top four at the moment. Out of the final turn, it's going to be 3, maybe 4 carts line astern as they come across the line. 6 minutes and 38 seconds remaining on the timer. It looks like that Devian Rost, I can't seem to see him having gone through, so he might have actually pulled in. As Richter goes for the lead, Krohn gets to switch back through turn 6, so a nice little exchange once again for the race lead. It's getting very close between Handke, who did not compete. A little bit of a touch between him and Luke Neeson. Neeson sends it up the inside of Matteo Richter going through into turn 9, but has to back out of it. And now Handke gets the opportunity he needs. Slingshots passed up the inside through into turn number 11. Neatly done, and the German goes up into third position. Richter again, now this time, takes the tighter line, but Krohn still gets the run out of T12. There looks to be a change for 6th position. It looks like Arnold Domingo has dropped behind Sem Argun, which has been confirmed as the top 3 line astern going into turn number 4. Luke Neeson dropping down into 4th position. It's very close indeed between Richter and Handke. And through into what was turn number 4. But Luke Neeson is keeping pace with them. Again, the unconventional racing lines are being used. Still a significant amount of water on the circuit. Through the chicane. A tighter line taken by Luke Neeson. As Nico Handke holds on to that 3rd place. A tighter line taken by the race leader, Matthias Krohn from Denmark, through turn 11. So they all sweep wide. Hopefully not too wide, because if they catch the left rear wheel off of the tarmac, they'll end up, like a few drivers did yesterday, onto the grass and rally crossing. But now Nico Handke in the slipstream of Matteo Richter from the Czech Republic for 2nd position. Was a window of opportunity there, but Handke thought better of it and waited for his opportunity. So both Mette and Sem Argun. Oh, that was a bit of a send from more than likely Handke up the inside of Richter, but Richter kept it powered round the outside through turn 5. Handke bumps over the curbs through turn number 7. 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go, plus an additional lap. It's now Handke trying to pull alongside Richter into turn number 11. Takes a tighter line. Who's going to get the better run out of the corner? It's the 834 from the Czech Republic. So on to lap number 7. And Matthias Krohn has still led the way in this race. Gap over Matteo Richter from the Czech Republic now stands at just under half a second. That changes, as does a positional change, I think, maybe between... well, Mette Argun quickly got up the inside of Sem Argun that particular occasion. And then they both swap positions again. But they are still on the bubble. And Sem Argun is still in the drop zone because Arnold Domingo in the number 832 is trying to close on him, but is about 1 second adrift of that top 6 position. And a very sweet wide into turn 11 from Nico Handke in 3rd place, trying to get the run on Matteo Richter on a short run down to turn 12. The Dane seems to have great traction, the leader in the 825. Now, there's a send and a half. Nico Handke up the inside of Matteo Richter for 2nd position through turn 13. and gets the position into turn number 1. That's a nice little move there from the German driver as we head into the final 5th of this race. So a change for second has occurred. So Devin Rost unfortunately retiring very early doors. Real shame for the youngster from the Netherlands running with Birger Bouvin and his team at Bouvin Power. So 11 out of 12 drivers still circulating with just over a minute and a half remaining on the timer. Matej Richter bumps over the curbs through turn 10 to get a tighter line in comparison with Nico Hanke, who nearly had the back axle drifting out to the right-hand side through turn number 10. Nico Hanke is closing in on the race leader. Now the race for the race victory, the race for the lead is getting very, very, very close. Here goes Nico Hanke. Slingshots up the inside, drifts wide, the back end steps out to the left, but he still keeps a hold of it through turn 3. That was very well held indeed. Runs to the high side of the banked hairpin at turn number 4, and now is ahead of the Dane. We head into the final 45 seconds of the race itself, plus an additional lap. So at the moment, it is Nico Hanke from Germany ahead of Denmark's Matthias Grön, with Matej Richter representing the Czech Republic in 3rd position. Luke Nielsen from the Netherlands in 4th, with Sem and Mette Argun both representing Austria, completing the top 6. So next time around, we will head on to what will be the penultimate lap, depending on how close it is. So Nico Hanke will want to get a wriggle on and come through turns 13 and 14. 10 seconds on the timer remains. Matej Richter getting closer to Matthias Grön. It's going to be close. 2 seconds remain on the clock, and now the time expires. I think it looks like we've got the last lap board out. Was it very, very close indeed? So into turn 6 they go. Nico Hanke's now got nearly a 1.1 second lead over Matthias Grön from Denmark. Matej Richter still in 3rd position, but is trying to hunt down and overtake the Dane. Now I can see that Matthias Grön's front bumper looks to be a little bit, not adrift, but looks like it's trailing on the ground a little bit. So with a front fairing penalty costing the driver 5 seconds, that could be a very, very big difference come the end of the race itself. Last lap board will now be seen, first of all, by Germany's Nico Hanke in the 8.26 from 3G Racing. Second is Kroner, now nearly 1.7 seconds adrift, with Matej Richter rounding out the top 3. Luke Nielsen, Sem Argun and Mette Argun rounding out the top 6. Arno Domingo still holding on to 7th position. So our leader now makes his way through turns 9 and 10 for what is going to be the final time. But in the meantime, Sem Argun looks to have got past Luke Nielsen for position. That's for 4th place, as they hurtle their way out, well, tried to hurtle their way out of turn number 10 and nearly stumble over the curbing. Sem Argun very, very wide. It was nearly 3 adrift, and that's exactly what happened. And, an interesting gesture there from Sem Argun in the 8.31. It was 3 wide because Mette Argun was up the inside of the pair of them through turn number 12. But it is Nico Hanke from Germany that takes the second chance heat victory. 2.7 seconds ahead of Matthias Grön. Matej Richter rounds out the top 3. Mette Argun takes 4th. Luke Nielsen takes 5th, with Arno Domingo completing the top 6 positions. Sem Argun, after that tangle, ended up 7th ahead of Helmut Schaumann, with Scott Westhoven's Jarin Schulz and Jan Schmidt from Austria rounding out the 11 that finished, with Devin Ross from the Netherlands unfortunately retiring with 10 laps to go.